successful. The while since I've had a chance to talk to you guys. Ant, take it away.
Hey, Eddie, straight into the question. So, voting with my wallet, concert season's coming up. Getting ready. I usually go to 15, 20 concerts a year. Going to my first one Wednesday with DLR and KISS here in Springfield, Missouri. Hopefully, the tickets are free, so it can't be that bad. But I want to see about your top 3 to 5 bands that I should vote with my wallet and not go see because they're using tracking on their live show.
Well, and your tickets are free for that one.
I'm in the same boat. I read a lot of stuff and hear a lot of stuff, but I want to hear from you. Top 3 to 5 bands that you would say, no way am I spending money on to buy a ticket because they use tracking.
Well, I can't, Anthony, thanks for your call, but I can't give you that because that's subjective. I mean, you got to ask me case by case, like, if you're going to go to a band, you got to know for sure. And clearly you're going to a show where the opening act, the backing vocals clearly are not live. And the headlining act, one of the guys' lead vocals clearly are not 100% live. My God, all you got to do is go on YouTube. He's nowhere near a microphone half the time. It's like, so you got to care. I know you said you got the tickets for free, but you can't say you care about such things and then go to the show. It doesn't work that way. And I'm not going to give you a top 5 because I need to see the bands myself case by case. It's not that kind of a thing. I'll tell you this though, Anthony. I'll tell you this. Me yelling about this because there's so many other people who feel the same way. And a lot of them are artists. And me continually raising this as an issue. I can't tell you how many have thanked me for doing it. Most of them other artists who do not do it and are as sick of it as I am and feel it is an epidemic that needs to be discussed. But it's like, if you still go, I mean, I just heard a podcast and the person was talking about how good Paul Stanley sounded at the first night of the KISS tour that he was arrested. I'm like, I would have sounded that way singing into that microphone. If you have a guide recorded vocal behind you, you're going to sound great every night, or at least the same every night. So you got to care if everybody just accepts it and be like, I'll still go. Well, then it doesn't matter who's doing it. You've got to put a foot in the sand and say, no, I won't do this. Now I'm going to give you an example of someone who changed it. Because that's the other thing too. There are artists that do it and then feel guilty about it or feel they're about to, they know other people are talking about it. And they've been so exposed through touring and doing it so much that they figure out a way to stop doing it and actually put the work in or hire a musician who can actually sing. But here's someone who just changed from doing it and talked about it on this show. Lynch Mob. George Lynch was using tracks for backing vocals with Lynch Mob. When I just saw him on the Monsters of Rock cruise, it was all real. It was phenomenal. It didn't sound like the record, but it's not supposed to. That's the whole point. And Lynch, George came up to me, goes, I know. I'm live. I'm all live now. I know. I heard. It's all good. You're right. And he's singing. Michael Devin singing, Brian Tishy singing. And I said to George on the cruise, there was a moment where George, who keeps his pedals for his guitars back by the drum riser, there was a moment where he forgot to push a pedal for a guitar sound or something. And he ran over to the drum riser and pushed the pedal. And he got back to the microphone for the chorus of the song about, 2 seconds late. Now, that's what it was supposed to sound like. That's what a live experience is like. He was off mic for a second. And then when he came back in, you truly heard his voice. If he was still using tracks for backing vocals, it wouldn't have mattered if he was 15 feet away. The whole PA would have still put out wicked sensation. But that's not what happened. You're two guys singing and a third one joined in a couple words late because he was fixing something on his guitar. That's a live show. That's what you pay for. But Anthony, I can't give you a top five. And, I know you said you got your tickets to go to the show for free, which is a whole nother story because that's a warning sign across the bow. There's a lot of free tickets floating around for that show, that tour at the moment. But, I mean, you gotta just, you gotta make that decision personally.